Welcome everyone to my YouTube channel. In this YouTube channel, what I do is that I pick questions in mathematics, physics, and chemistry, each topic, and then we handle it. Starts from the basics, and then we go into more problems. We solve a lot of problems that have to do with those topics. So today we are taking indices, and if you have not subscribed to the channel, please do well to subscribe to the channel so that anytime I drop videos, interesting videos like this, and also turn on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I drop the video, and then you get to watch and learn. Share it to your friends, comment, and if there's any topic you want me to handle, please make sure you drop it in the comment section. Thank you. So introduction to indices. Firstly, we were going to look at the laws of indices. The first one is the multiplication law. Now, in the multiplication law, you have that a raised to power x times a raised to power y. That means if the bases are the same, a as the case is right here, then, and it is being separated by a multiplication sign, what you do is to add the powers. So that means 5 raised to the power of 3 times 5 raised to the power 4 is 5 raised to the power 7, because 3 plus 4 will give you what? 7. So that's the multiplication law. The next one is the division law. Okay, in a division law, you also find out that you have a division sign, so you subtract the powers. Example is this: 2 raised to the power 9 divided by 2 raised to the power 6. Now, the bases are the same, 2, 2. You need to do what? Subtract the powers. The powers are the numbers on top. 9 minus 6, which gives you what? 3. The next one is called the power law. Now, in the power law, the power is inside a bracket, and there is another power outside. So in the power law, what you do is use the number that is outside the bracket to multiply the one inside. So x times y, which gives you xy. Example is this: 2 raised to the power of 3 times 2. So 3 times 2, you have 2 raised to the power of what? 6. So that's what the power law is saying. The next one is the product power law. Okay, in the product power law, each of the number in the bracket must be used to multiply the one outside. What do I mean? You don't only use this x to multiply a, right? So you also use this x to multiply a, and also use it to multiply by the power in the b. So that means a raised to the power x and also b raised to the power of what? X. See example here: 2a in bracket raised to the power of 2. What have you seen here? You discover that we use this 2 raised to the power of 2 and also a raised to the power of what? 2. To take note of that, the number inside the bracket must be used to multiply everything you have outside. Okay, so 2 raised to the power 2 gives you 4, and a raised to the power 2 will give you what? A square, right? So 4a square. The next one is called the negative index. Now, in the negative index, you have the power is on top. That means the minus is negative of a number is the power, right? Now, this minus sign here only is represented as 1 divided, or 1 divided. So now you need to now bring the a, right, and the 3 into the denominator. Example is this: 3 raised to the power of minus 2, right? So this minus here is the reciprocal of this. So 1 divided, then 3 raised to the power of 2. And 3 raised to the power of 2 means 3 times 3, which is 9. The next one is called the root power. Now, the root power says that a raised to the power 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is square root. 1 over 3 is cube root. 1 over 4 is fourth root. So whenever you have that, it will take like this one now: a raised to the power 1 over 3. So you have cube root of a. A raised to the power 1 over 4, you have fourth root of a. So that is the root power law. And the last one is the fractional index. Now, in the fractional index, the n here, which is this denominator that is in this fraction, right, would take the root of this a, then raise to the power of m. See an example here: 4 raised to the power of 5 over what? 2. Now, this 2 will be used as the square root. Remember, this is if you separate 5 over 2, that's 5 times 1 over 2. 1 over 2 is square root. Do we understand? Okay, so now 1 over 2 now is the square root of 4, then raised to the power of what? 5. 2 raised to the power square root of 4 is what? 2. And 2 raised to the power 5 gives you what? 32. So this is the laws of what? Indices. Make sure you write them down. Okay, let's move over to solving some problems. We look at example number 1. Please, if you have watched the video up to this time, make sure you subscribe and also, share, comment, and like. Example number 1, simplify 36. 1 over 2 times this. So we have this number to simplify. As we said earlier, according to the root power law, 1 over 2 here is square root. According to the negative index, 1 here is, this minus here is a reciprocal of this number. So that means 1 divided by, now 1 over 3 we have also said is also cube root. So cube root of 64 will give us what? Okay, that is 64. That means a number you multiply 3 times. 3 times the same number gives you 64. 4 times 4 times 4 will give you 64. So that means the cube root of 64 is what? 4. Now look at this. Any number, take note of that, raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. Even if it is 1 million, raised to the power of 0, the answer is 1. So that means 5 raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. What's the square root of 36? Is 6, right? Okay. And then we have also said that this number here is a cube root of 64, which is 4. 6 times 1 will give you 6, right? Divided by 4. Now, you use 2. 2 can go into 4. How many times? 2 times. 2 can go into 6. How many times? 3 times. So 3 divided by 2. Now, change this improper fraction to what? A mixed fraction, right? You can change it. How many times will 2 go into 3? It's only 1 time. And there's a remainder. That remainder is 1, right? So 1 whole number, 1 divided by 2. Where is the 2 coming from? These 2 here. So that is how you solve this problem to get this value. Okay, so please make sure you share and also comment. We go to the next one, example number 2. We are to simplify this number here. Okay, we have to simplify this number. Now, again, minus here is the reciprocal. That's 1 divided by cube root of what? 125. Remember, 1 over 3 is what? Cube root. Now, again, the minus here is also a reciprocal. That's 1 divided by. And 1 over 2 is the square root of what? 49. 10 raised to the power 0 is what? 1. Right? So again, 5 times 7 gives you what? 35. So that's how we get the answer to that one. We come over to the next one, which is example 3. We have to simplify this number here. As you can see, take note, the minus is a reciprocal. 1 over 2 is square root. Okay, now, again, come to the denominator. The denominator there is 2 over 3, which is the fractional index law. Remember, this 3 here in the denominator will take the cube root of this 27, see it here, then raise to the power of this 2 that is here. So now, what's the cube root of 27? Simply ask yourself, what's that number that if I multiply 3 times, the same number will get 27? That number is 3, because 3 times 3 times 3 will give you 27. So that means that the cube root of 27 is what? 3. 3 raised to the power of 2 is what? 3 times 3, which is 9. So the 1 over 3 is the number that we got here in the numerator. And we have 9 divided by 1, right? Okay, so in mathematics, you need to change this division sign here to a multiplication sign. what happens there is that the other fraction, which is this one, will reverse its position. That means the 1 will go up and the 9 will come down. So you have 1 times 1, which gives you 1, and 3 times 9, which gives you 27. So take note of this. We also said is the fractional index law. And make sure that once you change the division sign to a multiplication sign, not this fraction that will change, it is this one that will change. Goes up, this one comes down. Okay, so please continue sharing the video. Now we go to example number 4, and we are told to find the value of x in this problem. Now these 3 and 27 are not the same. So basically what you need to do, change this 27 to have the same base as 3. So 3 raised to power 3 will give you 27, right? Because 3 times 3 times 3 will give you 27. So that means the base here are the same. 3, 3. See the 3 here, and also see 3 here. Once the base are the same, right, what you do is equate the what? The power. So 3 will cancel the 3, leaving you with 2x on this side and 3 on this side. So for you to make x the subject, you will divide both sides by the coefficient of x. The coefficient of x is this number that is with x. So you divide both sides by 2, right? So these 2 will cancel these 2. You have 3 divided by 2. Now, you change it again, improper fraction, to what? A mixed fraction. Or you can write it in a decimal form. Okay, so 2 can go into 3 only one time, remaining 1, right? Okay, so you have divided by 2. So if you have a problem like this, make sure you also raise a number on this side to have the same base as this one. But once they are the same, equate the powers and then do what? Continue. We move over to example number 5. Here we have this mixed fraction here. So what you do first is change this mixed fraction to an improper fraction. How do you do that? 2 times 1 is 2, right? Then 2 plus this 1 that is on top will give you 3. So you have 3 over 2. The next thing there is for you to now work on this number here. Okay, so 1 divided by, right, 1 over 4. Now remember, this minus sign here is still divided. So, and again, this 2 here will take the square, that's fractional index again, the square root of 1 over 4 raised to the power of what? 3. What's the square root of 4? Is 2. Square root of 1 is still 1. So here you have 1. This 3 that is here affects both the 1 and the 2. So anytime you are raising it to be 1 raised to power 3 and also 2 raised to the power of 3. So you have 1 over 1, that's 1 raised to power 3 is 1 divided by this. So 1 divided by 1 over 8. I'm just rewriting this as this. So change this division sign again to a multiplication sign. This 8 will go up, right? And this, your 1 will come down. Hope you are getting it right. Okay. Now, this 1 times 8 will give you 8. Divided by 1, that will still give you what? 8. So, take note of what we did here. We changed the mixed fraction to an improper fraction here. And then the next thing we did is to express this fractional index, square root of 4 raised to the power of what? 3. So that's how you get the answer to that particular problem. Okay, we move over to the next one, and that one is example number 6. Hope you are following. Okay, if you're watching this video up to this particular time, thank you very much. You are doing a great work. Keep watching so that you learn more examples coming your way. Thank you. Now we are go to example number 6. We are told to simplify this problem here. Now we look at the solution here. Okay, now in our solution, what we notice is that this minus here, remember, is the reciprocal 1 over 2 here. We take the square root of 4. Are we together? Okay, now the square root of 4 here is what? 2. We come over to this one, another fractional index problem. Now what is the fourth root? This 4 now will take the fourth root of 16 raised to the power of 3. You ask yourself, what is the fourth root of 16? How do I get the fourth root of 16? Now, what number am I going to multiply 4 times to give me 16? That is the question. So now it means that 2 times 2 times 2. So multiply 2 in 4 places. You get what? 16. That means that the fourth root of 16 is what? 2. Hope you get it now. Perfect. Now, raised to the power of what? 3. So 2 raised to the power 3 will give us what? 8. Remember, 2 raised to the power 3 does not mean 2 times 3. It means 2 in 3 places. That means 2 times 2 times 2. Now, look at the denominator here. We had 4 raised to the power of 1 over 2, which is actually square root of 4. So, half of 8 gives us what? 4. So, 2 here, right? So, 2, 4 divided by what? 2. 2 goes into 4. The answer is what? 2. Okay, so that's how you handle that particular problem. Example number 7, we are told to handle this. Okay, so again, this denominator is fourth root of 16 raised to the power of 5. And again, the minus sign here is the reciprocal of this number, 1 divided by 2 raised to the power 3. I believe by this time, this kind of problem, you have mastered it now and you can solve it anytime. Remember, we said any number raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. Okay, so what is that fourth root of 16? It is what? 2. Hope you get it. Okay, we had explained that already. Now, 2 raised to the power 5 will give us what? 32, because 2 in 5 places, not 2 times 10. Take note of that. And 1 divided by what? 1 over 8. Okay, so 2 raised to the power 3 will give us what? 8. And any number raised to the power of 0 is what? 1. We talked about that. So 32 times 1 over 8. 8 cancel itself 1 time, and 8 into 32 will give us what? 4 times. That's 32 divided by 8 will give us 4. 4 times 1 gives us what? 4. So that is how to handle this particular problem, which we have done others as well. Now let's move over to example number 8. We are taking time to solve different problems so that you get to understand better. Now we have the 27 here. Remember, 1 over 3 is what? Cube root. Cube root of 27. There's a minus sign here. Remember, is the reciprocal, 1 divided. And there's a 1 over 4 here, which is the fourth root of 16. We already know that the fourth root of 16 is what? 2. And we already know that the cube root of 27 is what? 3. So here I just rewrite this for more understanding, because 3 divided by 1 over 2, right? So that will give us 3 times 2 over 1. Remember, when you change the division sign to a multiplication sign, this 2 goes up and the 1 comes down. 2 times 3, you have what? 6. That's how to handle that one. Over to problem 9. Here we are. 2 divided by this number. So the first thing you do here is for you to, first of all, this is a minus sign, and that is the reciprocal of this. Now what happens there is that this division sign will change to a multiplication sign. Everything you have here will go up, and the 1 will do what? Will come down. From here, you take the cube root of this number raised to the power of what? 2. We have done that before. And what's the cube root of 125? 5. And what's the cube root of 64? Is what? 4. Now 5 raised to the power 2, meaning 5 times 5, right? And also 4 raised to the power 2, giving you what? 16. Now this 2 here cancel itself one time, and 2 into 16 is what? 8. So 25 divided by 8. Convert it to a mixed fraction, you get this value here. So that's how we handle that particular problem. We are going to look at example number 10 on our list. Okay, so this is it. And take note, these problems are the same. The powers here are different, but the base are the same. So what you do is, remember the division law, base are the same, subtract the powers. That's what we just did here. Okay, so now the next thing for us to now look at is that we now discover that this number here, the LCM of 3 and 6 is what? 6. Now 3 will go into 6. How many times? 2 times. 2 times 2 here is what? 4. 6 divided by 6 is what? 1. And 1 times 1 is what? 1. So that's how you got 4 minus 1. Now 4 minus 1 is what? 3. All divided by 6. Now we have 25. Half, that's raised to the power of 1 over 2. The same thing is being done here. The LCM is 6. So minus 7 plus 1 will give us minus 6. 6 divided by 6. What's the answer? 1. Remember there's a minus sign here. So this is a minus sign. Now remember 1 over 2 we have said it already is square root. So square root of 25 is what? 5. Hope you understand that. Okay, perfect. Now change this number here. This 1 over 5 that is here can also be written as 5 raised to power minus 1. Remember, you can write this as this. That's from the negative index. And minus 1 times minus 1. Minus times minus is what? Plus. Okay. 5 divided by 5 is what? 1. So we have come to the end of our class today. We have solved 10 problems in indices, and please, thank you for watching. Thank you for watching, and thank you for sharing, like, comment, subscribe. And again, please, if you need any topic that you want me to handle, drop in the comment section, and make sure you share it to your friends. Let them see and also learn a lot of problems. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you.